film Voyage from the Bottom of the Sea. Anybody remember that? A lot of hands waving. One of the vessels that was in that, and I imagine it's correct to call it a vessel, was something known as the flying submarine. And our good friend Adam from Mount Fleet Models, one of our exhibitors here at the show, has spent the last year developing this. He sneakily showed some of us the fiberglass prototype hull a year ago, and Adam has been busy for the last couple of months and has now managed to get one of them fully working. Now the submariners amongst us will be familiar with the terms dynamic diving and static diving. However, the flying submarine can't do static diving, but it can do dynamic diving. For those of you who don't understand submarine technology, trouble is the model's about 6 inches deep and the water's about 6 inches deep. So when Adam comes around in the middle, I'll just get him to operate the little controls on the back of it, and you will just see for a couple of seconds how it puts its nose down in the water, and if we could keep going and have a deeper pull, it would completely submerge. There is some film, I think it's on YouTube that you put out. Adam's filmed it working in the last week or two, and if you go onto YouTube and type in the search flying sub, you'll almost certainly find Adam's video of the flying sub in operation. And I think you'll all understand it.
Out of range of the ship's radar sets, they trail the convoy and radio ahead of waiting U-boats. As the enemy forces approach the convoy, attacks can be expected from any quarter. Ships are struck by torpedoes. Any vessel close by closes in to offer any help that it can. A U-boat and E-boats are loose within the convoy, and they press home their attack. With nothing on the scope, it can be assumed the U-boat has been destroyed.
Running. Yeah, it is. Dave, do you want that?
Oh, that works well. That one's going.
This is made by Thunder Tiger. Yes. Thought they only made planes. Obviously not.
Mum, look at this one. That one's well.
We have met in the past. Many years ago. Yeah. I took shear line back to Kent and stuff. Yeah, originally came
These are minions. Where? Oh my gosh. I didn't see that. That one's massive.
Somebody was telling me this sub is made of 3 jam jars. Correct. Is that right?
Yeah, when it's down to about that level of buoyancy.
Wow.
It's going to be a run on Eccles Yard in the supermarkets now. Come on!
we see the Type 27B just dived over on the far side as well, running at periscope depth. It's difficult to talk and control the boat at the same time.
I want to see that. Did you see that black submarine? No, I think it's just yeah. No, you won't use it. What? No one can see me. I'm Mr. Submarine. Daddy, look.
Forward. Just go back. There we are. My skipper waiting on it. Yeah, they were very successful actually. The torpedoes were able slung. They were full-size electric G7 electric torpedoes, and there are several accounts of the torpedoes being released by the captain and not coming off the rails of the submarine and propelling the whole vessel with its crew towards the target, and the whole thing blew up. So this is actually recorded in certain places. Associated with tugboats, but some had the quartz nozzle, some versions had twin rudders. It just depended on where they were built and at what period of the war. Yeah, well, the Swedish boat is a very bulky boat, obviously, and we haven't got enough depth really to get her to sit right down on the bottom or go underneath. That's just about the limit, I think. Again, she's got lights. Again, she's fitted with an angle ballast system. So down. The air is stored in a forward chamber where the compressor is, and it's kept there against a little valve until you want to open that valve, which allows that air under pressure to reverse the flow and come in over the top of the ballast tank and force the water out through the bottom. That's exactly what a real submarine does. Yeah, real submarines have compressors on board, and they do the same thing. So they just vent the system, vent the tanks, and water floods in, and then they shut the vents at the top. And then they use compressed air, which is carried on board, to force that water back out against the surface of the boat. So this, the grey one, the little 27B, works on a very similar system. There is one disadvantage in model submarines: if you go too deep, you don't have enough pressure. Yeah, when these things are full of water, they really weigh a bit, as you can see. I would help you, but I'm not going to. You're losing all the water, Mark. Right, for this next demonstration, which is going to take a few...
I'll just get him to come round to the centre and operate the trim tabs on the back, and you'll see, ladies and gentlemen, it hopefully will just start to push itself down. There it goes. And if this, as I say, was 2 feet deep, it would now be disappearing underwater. Well done, Adam. It's the first time, ladies and gentlemen, we've ever dared to show that in public. So it's a great privilege and an honour to have Adam agree to do it. Adam knew on Thursday when he was setting up the show that the water wasn't really deep enough, but he was agreeable to have a little go. So I'm very thankful for Adam for letting you have the opportunity to see it. Right, that completes our set-piece demonstrations for this session, ladies and gentlemen. The lifeboats will be back on the water at 2:20 when we finish the children's session. Boys and girls, mums and dads, it will be time for the children to have a go with the miniature lifeboats at 2 o'clock. We have a bigger session, and as many children as want to go, I promise you we will fit them all in. So between now and then, we're going to hand over the pool for a little bit of free sailing. A number of people have asked, can they come and put the model on the water and operate the trim tabs on the back, and you'll see, ladies and gentlemen, it hopefully will just start to push itself down. There it goes. And if this, as I say, was 2 feet deep, it will now be disappearing underwater. Well done, Adam. It's the first time, ladies and gentlemen, we've ever dared to show that in public. So it's a great privilege and an honour to have Adam agree to do it. Adam knew on Thursday when we were setting up the